Matt DiBenedetto's future is secure for at least one more season. How's it going, everyone? My name is Eric, and welcome to Out of the Groove. This has turned into a busy week. More silly season news today. Another massive domino that was set to hit the free agent market this offseason has landed into place. That's not really how dominoes work. I'm running out of decent silly season metaphors at this point, but this morning, Matt DiBenedetto revealed where he will be racing for 2021, and I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised to hear this news. Wood Brothers Racing posted to their website, Matt DiBenedetto will return to race the Wood Brothers number 21 Ford in 2021. After a successful first season driving for NASCAR's longest running team, Wood Brothers Racing announced today that Matt DiBenedetto will return to compete in the famed number 21. This is huge news and very welcome, I'm sure, to all Matt DiBenedetto fans. A one-year extension to keep Matt DiBenedetto in competitive equipment sounds fantastic to me, but the news doesn't quite stop there. Austin Cindric, the driver who for the last several weeks had kind of been rumored to be the leading candidate to drive the 21 next year, is still a factor in this deal. Here are what many reports are saying. Austin Cindric will stay in the Xfinity Series next season with Team Penske while also doing select Cup Series races. Cindric will take over the number 21 at Wood Brothers in 2022, effectively giving Matt DiBenedetto a year to find a new ride. So it's not quite all sunshine and roses for Matt DiBenedetto fans, but this is still huge. It's huge for Matt DiBenedetto that he gets to stay in a competitive ride for next year, something that up until today I would say was very much in doubt, but this is also huge for the future of NASCAR and the future of Penske. Austin Cindric right now in the Xfinity Series is having a breakout season. He's emerged as one of two frontrunners for the Xfinity Series championship so far. He's a guy who I feel like 2 or 3 years ago, a lot of us were kind of joking about Austin Cindric. Oh, there's Austin Spindrick again, making another mistake, but he's really figured it out, especially in the last year and a half or so, and has really emerged into a likely Cup Series driver one day. His father, Tim Cindric, of course, being president of Team Penske, does not hurt, but this is interesting to know that Wood Brothers and Penske already have a plan for 2022. Guys, trying to figure out what's happening in 2021 has been crazy enough. You're already signing deals for 2022? I mean, hey, you'd like to have a plan, I guess, long-running plan, but this is a little interesting. If you're a Matt DiBenedetto fan, I'm going to focus on Matt DiBenedetto and what this means for his career, because 2022, Austin Cindric's going to have a great rookie year. I'm excited to see what he can do in select Cup dates next season. I hope he runs some road courses because he could genuinely win a road course Cup race next year on a part-time basis. I would not be shocked. But I am going to mainly focus on how this affects Matt DiBenedetto, because while I think it's fantastic that DiBenedetto is getting the opportunity to stay in a competitive Penske-affiliated ride for another season, the fact that we already know that no matter what he does next season, he's not returning to that car in 2022, certainly makes next year a little odd. It kind of makes it a lame duck season from the get-go, which when we talk about Matt DiBenedetto, a guy who throughout his career, especially the last couple of years since he's gotten a little more attention, he has not found any form of stability. He left Go Fast Racing before he even had another ride lined up. He landed at Levine, and Levine dumped him before the season was even over. They announced he was leaving, not due to lack of performance, but just because Joe Gibbs wanted Christopher Bell in the Cup Series. So that was sort of a slap to the face to Matt DiBenedetto fans. And here with the Wood Brothers, he's been in a contract year all year long. There's been serious doubt all summer long about his future with the team. So now, while he finally has an extension for next season, it's known that no matter what he does, he could win 20 races next year. He's not coming back to the 21 car from the sounds of it. That means from the moment the green flag flies in Daytona next February, Matt DiBenedetto is going to be half focused on his current race team and getting the results. In fact, he's probably going to be more than half focused on it. He's probably going to be like 80 to 90% focused on winning races in the present day. But there is going to be a portion of his focus that is constantly shifted towards trying to find a ride for next season, and it will more than likely not be with a Team Penske affiliated race team. So he's going to be talking to Chevy, he's going to be talking to Toyota, he might be talking to other Ford teams all throughout next season, trying to find something for 2022, and that's just going to be a distraction. So it's still not going to be the true stability that Matt DiBenedetto is longing for. But this is big news nonetheless, because like I said, up until today, I would say there was serious doubt about Matt DiBenedetto's future with the Wood Brothers. And I'll admit, I got this one wrong. I thought for sure he was gone at the end of this season. If you remember, the Wood Brothers sort of set a date. September 30th was going to be their last day to notify Matt DiBenedetto if they'd picked up his option for next year or not. September 30th came and went all this week and last week. It was pretty much dead silent from that camp. Matt DiBenedetto himself brings minimal sponsorship to that team. Menards has already said that they're looking to maybe roll back some of their support of the 21 car. They sponsor so many teams. They already sponsor the ARCA Menards series. They're going to try and pick and choose and focus some of their attention on certain drivers. Matt DiBenedetto in the 21 was not expected to be one of them next season, so we probably won't see Menards on the hood as much. So at the 21, looking for a little bit more sponsorship, and Matt DiBenedetto, at least as of now, not really bringing that sponsorship. I really thought they were going to let him go, unfortunately, but fortunately I was wrong in this case. I've never been happier to be wrong because I'm thrilled for Matt DiBenedetto. He's a fan favorite, a fun story, and I think he's a pretty good driver. I mean, we've talked about his numbers this year, and I would say overall this year's been a little bit of a disappointment driving the 21 car. Coming into this year, I feel like his number one goal, his main goal was make the playoffs. He did that, barely, but he did make the playoffs this year, but he only has 3 top 5s and 8 top 10s in, how many races in are we now? 30? 31? That's not that good when you're driving for basically a 4th Penske car, more or less. Maybe not quite the same resources, but remember, I'll remind everyone, in 2017, in just his second year in the Cup Series, Ryan Blaney took the 21 car to the round of 8 and got a win that year. Matt DiBenedetto has not been close to putting up those numbers. I've cut him some slack because it's such a weird year. He's with a new team. He's had very few chances to, run traditional practice sessions and qualifying sessions and all the type of stuff with him. It's a very weird year, so I've cut him some slack. I'm cutting a lot of the guys who are with new teams this year some slack in that department for that very reason, but still the numbers have been okay for Matt DiBenedetto. I can't sugarcoat. The numbers are what the numbers are, but apparently they were just good enough for Penske and Wood Brothers to sign off on another year. So this is really exciting for any and all Matt DiBenedetto fans out there. 2022 is still a big question mark, but hey, he's not going to be alone. There are plenty of drivers who are looking at 2022 with sort of question marks in their eyes. Kurt Busch's contract is up after next season. Brad Keselowski only signed a 1-year deal, so his deal is up after next season. Alex Bowman's deal is up after 2021, and now so is Matt DiBenedetto's, and we already know Austin Cindric is going to be making his Cup debut in 2022. So the way things are starting to set up, next year's silly season, if it's even possible, might be crazier than this year's, which I don't think we can handle that. I don't think that's doable. That's scary stuff. Anyway, I'm very excited for Matt DiBenedetto. This is similar in a lot of ways to Alex Bowman being announced to the 48 car yesterday, solidifying perhaps his tenure with Team Hendrick. Both Alex Bowman and Matt DiBenedetto at one point were driving for BK Racing, start and parking, more or less, and now both drivers have made the most of some of their opportunities and are now both in competitive cars this year and will both be in competitive cars next year. Those are feel-good stories. That's what NASCAR fans should be rooting for, are guys that have to kind of earn their way up, work their way up, start at the bottom. Now they're here. That's what I'm told every single day that NASCAR fans want more of. They want drivers to earn their rides purely on merit and make the most of the opportunities when granted them, and I feel like Matt DiBenedetto and Alex Bowman fit that bill. So I hope fans continue to support them. I hope they're both able to land more sponsorship, especially Matt DiBenedetto, because sponsorship might be key looking for his ride in 2022. But I'll leave it at that. Excited for Matt DiBenedetto. Definitely allows him to rest easy, I think, at least the rest of 2020. He'll take a couple months off probably from the team search and just chill. He's fine for one more year. Good luck. I do want to hit on one other thing in today's episode. Martinsville Speedway announced just before I started recording this video that they will in fact allow fans at their upcoming Halloween weekend races for NASCAR. Statement from Martinsville. Martinsville Speedway is home to some of the most competitive and dramatic racing in NASCAR, so we look forward to welcoming fans back to be a part of the experience. After successfully hosting a June NASCAR Cup Series race, Martinsville will be ready to welcome fans back for a safe race experience in the Commonwealth. I've never seen this logo before. Well, I've seen the Martinsville Speedway logo, but the short track? I've not seen that before. I feel like they could come up with something better. Just the short track. There's other short tracks out there. Come on. It's not even the best short track on the schedule. Come on. That's just me. Okay, sorry. But yes, Martinsville Speedway, very exciting, is going to allow a limited number of fans to their races here in just a few weeks. Now, no word specifically on how many fans will be allowed. It's safe to say it will not be full capacity. But this is pretty exciting because now there are 5 races left on the NASCAR Cup schedule, and all 5 races are expected to allow some number of fans. Charlotte, the Roval this weekend is expected to allow around 5,000 fans. Kansas is going to allow around 10,000 fans. Texas Motor Speedway hasn't I don't think given a specific number, but they're probably going to allow 10, 20, 30,000 fans if I had to guess. Martinsville's going to allow some fans, and Phoenix is allowing fans, roughly 8,000 fans, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Martinsville, that's also important to note, they're going to allow fans earlier in the weekend, Friday and Saturday as well. Obviously, once the cars are actually flying around the track and you got all those engines roaring, I mean, you don't really hear the fans. It's cool to see some of the fans, but you don't really hear them. But during cautions, beginning of the race, end of the race, big moments in the race, as we noted at Talladega last weekend, you can hear the fans still, and I think that's fantastic. Just adds to the intensity, adds to the drama, adds to the importance of these late season playoff races. So very exciting to know that fans will be allowed to attend all of the remaining Cup races this year. That's great. And not to turn the show political, but I also noticed yesterday that the governor of Florida is going to allow stadiums to reach full capacity starting, I don't know, sometime soon. So looking ahead to the beginning of 2021, obviously a lot of things can change between now and then, but at least as of now, there's a real possibility the Daytona 500 and maybe Homestead Miami, the second race of the season, are going to see fairly large crowds. So that's also something to keep in mind as we look towards 2021, how next year begins. Anyway, y'all, that's all I've got to discuss in today's episode. It's been a busy week, but it's also been a fun week. Today was a fun bit of news to wake up to. But thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And as always, a huge thank you to my fantastic Patreon supporters. I couldn't do the show without your support each and every month. So thank you all a ton. We'll be back this weekend. We've got some other videos planned. Of course, the Charlotte Roval race on Sunday. I'll be here to react to that race afterwards. So gonna be a great weekend. You got Xfinity tomorrow. No, so what's today? Thursday, Saturday. You got Xfinity Saturday. You got Cup on Sunday. It's gonna be a busy weekend at the Roval. A lot of playoff implications expected, I'm sure. Thank you all for watching this one. I'll see you again real soon.